Tony Chiappetta Shoes. We're interviewing Aaron. We jumped into the custom orthotic process about how long ago?
2019.
Okay. And what was a part of the process to starting with us? What was the journey to get to Chiappetta Shoes? Lay it out for us.
So it started, I had really bad plantar fasciitis in both of my feet, and it was crippling to get up and walk from a sitting position, from sleeping. And I actually had custom orthotics made by somebody in town here. They were 3/4, and I wore them for about a year, had minimal results, and actually got a recommendation from my primary physician. So it got to the point where it was still so painful, I was willing to make the leap and try something else.
Yeah, and it's not a cheap purchase, obviously. Right. It's something that we respect very much, that we work outside of kind of the medical process of billing. And it is a purchase decision that's not easy. It still takes 2 to 3 weeks for us to make them and get onto your feet. So it is something. But thinking about the differences in the previous orthotic to what we ended up making you, considering the quality, the overall feeling of the insert, and then also talk about the effectiveness, the timing of it.
Sure.
You said you had the insert.
I had it about a year. Then there were 3/4 versus the full insert. Material wasn't as forgiving as Chiappetta's. Definitely had to clean it, spray it with a disinfectant to keep it odorless, and just the shape and the comfort from the Chiappetta insert was just far superior to what I had.
Yeah, we take a lot of pride in how we make our inserts, and because we're a shoe store, we know how much space to work with, how to design them.
Yeah, and it helped to be able. You customized it. You were able to reshape it after it was made. I came in, you guys did a touch up, so that was something that you don't normally get. It's kind of one-stop shop for the other inserts.
Yeah, and you got to realize, the body's dynamic. Things can change. We like to say we take an iterative approach. So what we build for you, we might have to make adjustments on the go, and that's a beauty of the process. I can't remember, did we, as a part of the break-in period, so the first 2 weeks, and then when you came in for the checkup, what was the relief, comfort from the initial starting point to being able to go without limits? What was the timing aspect to get true relief?
I would say it was probably about a month. I could feel it instantly. I got the inserts in 2019, and it was literally the week before I went down for a practice round at the Masters. Walked the whole course, no issues. Like I said, within a couple weeks to a month, no longer had any pain. I also started wearing some shoes within my house. So I have hardwood floors and tile throughout all my first floors. So that was a recommendation from you guys to wear something comforting in the house as well. And that helped tremendously.
No barefoot.
Still wear them. Yeah, no barefoot.
Especially with plantar fasciitis, no barefoot.
Yeah. Why I didn't think of that, I don't know. It's so obvious.
Well, a lot of people just don't think about it. You got carpet, I'm fine. Thinking about the process, between going to your foot doctor, going to medical professionals, that, you got a problem, I want it fixed, I'm gonna go to a doctor. Mm-hmm. What was the difference in experience from, you make an appointment, you go to a foot doctor, yada, yada, yada. What was the difference in experience? I know that, we like that talk too much, but what was the experience and the difference between?
Less of a transaction and more kind of mechanical from the doctor. So I went in, okay, we'll take a look, we take an x-ray. Yes, we confirm your x-ray. Here we're gonna take a mold of your foot, and when your inserts come in, we'll see you. Mm-hmm. When I came here, we discussed what my issues were. You looked at my foot, actually had me walk on the carpet without my shoes to see how I walk, explained the material of the orthotics, the different, parts of the foot, the reason you should change out your shoes, and kind of the price point, and why shoes are the price that they are and how long they last, and the compression that happens within a shoe that really doesn't give you that cushion. So it's definitely more of a learning experience and a cooperative effort than a...
If I remember correctly, were you wearing a pair that was like 3 years old at the time?
Yeah.
When you first came in?
They were immaculate though, but they were
coming
3 years old.
It's crazy how shoes can break down because you don't see it a lot of times on the outside, but you
Right.
feel the inside. It's kind of
Right.
big dips and everything. So, you know, you've had them for about 2 years. From a performance standpoint, you mentioned about within a month, things were really feeling good. Recap on the short-term performance as far as comfort goes, but also you've had them for 2 years. How they feeling? How do they do on a daily basis for you?
Yeah, they still feel great. I transfer them to every pair of shoes that I wear on the weekend, at work. Yeah, they're just completely night and day comfortable. I got additional comfort when I came in for my 6 month, and you heated them up, reworked them, gave me a little bit more compression to them. So yeah, they're still working really well.
Good. Yeah, when you have multiple layers, looking at how we build them, and we got that 4-layer kind of construction to it, you can get soft. You don't have to go like super hard. Like I think with your old orthotics, really the hard plastic.
Yes.
I don't hate plastics, but I only use it like maybe 5-10% of the time. You can get the same support with using combination of layers, and it can last a long time if you do it right. So, you know,
Sure.
it's just, it bugs me because I see so much poor work in this whole field from a quality life perspective. You know, waking up every single day and not being able to take your first 20 steps sounds terrible.
Yeah, it's awful. It's awful.
You know, what's life like, and you know, what would you have done if you didn't come find us? I mean, like, you know, just...
I would still be putting up with the pain, to be honest. I'm one of those people that'll hope that it gets, like I got, like you said, I made the investment on the orthotics, kept wearing them, praying, you know, they said it would slowly get better. I could take ibuprofen to help with the swelling, which I tried, and, you know, gave it as much as I was willing to give. And had I not had a recommendation for here, I'd probably still be in pain, still wearing them. You know, maybe tried something off the shelf, but would have just thought, I'm gonna come here, pay the same amount, have the same result. Why am I hitting my head against the wall, right? So there's 2 things I would say that changed my life: the inserts and getting a CPAP machine.
Yeah.
Like if I'm gonna try to sell anybody on anything, is if you have a foot problem, go to Chiappetta's, and if you have sleep problem, you gotta get a CPAP, because both of those things have changed my life completely.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad I could be a part of it for sure. So
Yeah, me too.